Now that Apple has released the iPhone 13 Pro Max, it's time to see how the Pixel 6 Pro is looking against the best of Apple. Now a lot of details about the Pixel 6 Pro have emerged in the past couple of weeks, all thanks to Brandon from This Is Tech Today. Now as discussed in my earlier video, I still think the Pixel 6 Pro is looking to be like a more exciting phone than the 13 Pro Max. Now the design of the Pixel 6 Pro is unlike anything in the market. Its 2 or 3 tone finish is much more exciting than the 13 Pro Max. Now, a leaked video did show us the back of the phone and it appears to be glossy with so many fingerprints. I hope that's not really the case, but even if it is the case, we can always put a case on the phone. Hopefully, Google is able to deliver us a sturdier and a well-built phone when compared to past Pixel phones. Now, both the 13 Pro Max and the 6 Pro are looking to share the same 120Hz LTPO panel, although I would argue that the Pixel 6 Pro is looking more modern with its centered hole punch and a curved panel. Now, I'm not a huge fan of curved panels, but a video leak did show us the curve to be not as extreme as previous Galaxy phones. It is similar to the S21 Ultra, which didn't present an issue for me. Now, I do hope that Google is really able to give us a bright panel, at least something that goes up to 1000 nits, because the iPhone 13 Pro Max has an amazing panel that has HDR10, Dolby Vision, ceramic shield, 1200 nits of peak brightness, and a great implementation of high refresh rate. It's time for Google to step it up. Now, battery life is where I really don't want to compare these phones. The Pixel 6 Pro is rumored to feature a 5000 mAh cell, which should easily last users a full day. Now, the same goes for the iPhone 13 Pro Max, where the Pixel 6 Pro takes a step over the 13 Pro Max is in the charging speed. The 6 Pro can charge at a speed of 30 watts, which is 50% faster than the 13 Pro Max. Nonetheless, battery life is a win-win for both these phones, and another win for me would be you guys subscribing and helping me reach 500 subs. Now, in my review of the iPhone 13 Pro, I declared it to be the best smartphone camera right now, especially for content creators like me who want to make content for YouTube without expensive equipment. And I think that the Pixel 6 Pro might not be able to overtake it, but that's just in video category. I know it's a bold statement to make, especially when the phone hasn't even been released yet, but let me try to explain it. I'm sure the Pixel 6 Pro is probably going to take better stills than the 13 Pro Max, because with larger sensors and Google software processing, I have no doubt in that. Also, the Pixel 6 Pro has a 4x optical zoom compared to the 3x zoom of the 13 Pro Max. Now add in Google Super Res Zoom, and that's certainly a winner for Google. Now, I'm not sure how Google is implementing the ultra-wide camera, but it should be similar to other manufacturers. The Pixel 6 Pro is rumored to feature a 12 megapixel ultra-wide selfie camera, which is definitely a step up from the normal 8 megapixel lens we see on the 13 Pro Max. Other than that, the phone is going to have software special features such as Magic Eraser to remove unwanted objects or people in the shot, and Face Unblur to deblur the face for a clearer shot. Now, the Pixel 6 Pro's camera is also rumored to take in 150% more light than the Pixel 5 camera, which could potentially mean amazing night photography. Apart from all this, I really want to see Google calibrate all the cameras perfectly, just like Apple did with the iPhone 13 series. Being able to take a great shot without worrying which lens to use is something I loved in the iPhone 13 Pro. Now, video is where I have doubts about the Pixel 6 Pro. A few weeks back, it was reported that only the main sensor of the Pixel 6 Pro would be able to shoot in 4K 60, while other sensors would be limited to 4K 30. Now, this is kind of a bummer for me. I like to shoot videos in 4K 60 using all sensors and then slow down the footage for slow motion B-rolls in my videos, but not having that capability in the telephoto and the ultra-wide lens is kind of a worrying thing for me. Now, I'm sure countless reviewers and users will bash Google for doing this, but let's see if Google has an explanation for that. Now, Google is also expected to use their HDR processing algorithm for video, so that could mean better video quality than previous Pixel phones, but we'll have to wait and see how that pans out. And that's where we are so far. Maybe Google does have a few more surprises up their sleeves next week. Now, that's it for this video, guys. Hopefully you liked it. Let me know your thoughts about the Pixel 6 Pro, and thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.